Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, mode DX12 in the game not working properly on NVIDIA cards. It was expected that the update that added the mode DX12 in Deus Ex, Mankind Divided will be available on the day of release of the game, but it came at a very late date, September 8. It is reasonable to assume that Eidos Montreal has delayed the release of update, to ensure it is in good condition. However, reports indicate that the performance of DX12 in Deus Ex, Mankind Divided is actually worse than it was with DX11, at least on NVIDIA hardware. John Papadopoulos, from Team Dark Side of Gaming reported that when you start the game in DX12 on NVIDIA GeForce GTX 980 Ti, he found a significant reduction in frame rate compared to DX11. The situation is deteriorating, is in the game to go to urban area. The DX12 performance drops significantly, sometimes at 30 frames per second, wrote Papadopoulos. It is interesting that the performance of DX12 is not dependent on processor. We tried to simulate the DX12 on the basis of quad-core processors and have not found much difference with a 6-core. I must say that NVIDIA has done a great job with the drivers for DX11 Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. And, despite the fact that the version of the update called pre, this in no way justifies the disgusting performance of the API DX12, which we had to encounter in Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. At the moment, we strongly recommend owners of NVIDIA cards DX12 to avoid at any cost. The update is available on Steam and will be downloaded automatically if it is allowed by your settings. And meanwhile, AMD has released the Radeon driver 16.9.1 to the output of the DX12 version of Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. AMD has provided updated September Radeon driver software Crimson Edition 16.9.1 for their cards. A key innovation, driver optimization for the release version of Deus Ex, Mankind Divided with support for DirectX 12. As previously reported, originally in late August, the PC version of this futuristic stealth action came only with support for DX11. At the same time, AMD has added a new crossfire profile for Dota 2 in DX 11 mode and made the following corrections. Fixed possible flicker on some 144 Hz monitors without support for FreeSync. The FreeSync mode can remain active on the desktop, which was no flicker. Grand Theft Auto V might hang after loading the story mode. In Dirt Rally, raindrops could flicker on high settings. Doom might hang when entering a limited number of configurations. Power Express. Total War, Warhammer could be a negative scaling in crossfire mode on some cards. Radeon RX 400. Download graphics could be high idle after running performance test. Steam VR. Setting the pixel format might disappear from the Radeon settings on some configurations. Radeon RX 480. On certain configurations of AMD's Crossfire install Radeon software could generate an error. On some accelerators Radeon RX 400 could be a high load of GPU when the system resumes from sleep mode. Specialists of AMD continue to work on well-known, mostly minor, bugs, and problems related to AMD Gaming Evolved, OpenCL, Radeon Software, No Man's Sky, Dota 2 and Ashes of the Singularity. Radeon Software Crimson Edition 16.9.1 does not have WHQL certification, supports video card series Radeon HD 7000 and above, and is available in versions for Windows 10 64-bit, Windows 10 32-bit, Windows 8.1 64-bit, Windows 8.1 32-bit, Windows 7 64-bit, Windows 7 32-bit. Deus Ex, Mankind.